I returned back to that house. I'm on the other side of the house where I had that permission, where all the good coins came from. I just started in here, and you can see this patch of dirt in here. I just pulled about 8 wheat pennies out of here, and got a good signal. Flipped the plug, and looks like I got a silver quarter there. So I'm gonna get some water out and see what we got. Take a look at this here, and we'll see what it is together. Looks like a Washington. Yep. Washington quarter, 1946. So cool, we're on the board with some silver here. We'll take that all day. All right, I'm gonna keep going here, and I'll show you this on a wrap-up. We'll see you on the next. All right, guys, still at it. I must have picked up about 8 or 10 wheat pennies already over on the side, and I got that silver quarter over there. So I'm doing the front of this property, and as you can see, there's the old house. That's like my dream yard over there where I got all those cool coins. But I just found something completely unexpected. It was bouncing in the high 70s on my Ace 400, and I have never found one of these. This is a dandy button. It's a big flat button, no shank on it. The shank is gone, so you can see where it was, but there's some fancy on this. So I have never found one of these, but I'm gonna get that cleaned up. I'll show you this in a wrap up, but very cool. I've never found one of those, and this house does not look old enough to have fancy dandy buttons like this. So I mean, this town, this area is all old, so it makes sense. But I would expect it more from over at that house. But like I said, I think that this property here was part of this at one time. So pretty cool find. But all right, I'll get back to you on the next. What's up, guys? Out on another hunt today. I'm actually in my neighbor's yard here, just up the road from me, a different neighbor's yard. You can see it's a pretty small backyard. It's the side of the place. This is a house that was built, my neighbor told me, I think it was 1934, so gave me permission to come out. I found 1 wheat penny out in the front, and just kind of working in the back in here. And I just started in the back. There's a lot of junk signals in the ground, but I did come up with one interesting find already. It's an old, looks like an old airplane model or something there. Could be like a Tootsie. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with a lot of the Tootsie designs. So anyway, I'll get it cleaned up. Excuse me, show you on the wrap up. But all right, well, I'm gonna continue in this yard, and if I see anything else, I'll turn the camera back on. All right, guys, I just dug that Tootsie car right there. Got a screaming signal, and I got this sitting in the plug. Now I picked it up. It is super thin and super shiny, and it looks almost like it's got a reeded edge on it, but it's really thin, and I can't see any kind of details whatsoever on it. Man, if this is a silver coin, it's really shot. I don't even know. I mean, could be aluminum. I don't know. Well, I'll get it cleaned up and see if there's anything on there. This could be just like an aluminum knockout, but man, that looks like a silver half though. But it's so thin. And like I said, the edge is kind of reeded, but I don't know if that's from the punch. I really don't think this is a coin. But man, talk about a super faker. But alright, we're going to keep going and see what happens here. See you on the next. Guys, just moving through the yard here. Hit a modern Clyde quarter spill over here. Got 2 or 3 quarters out of that. And just hitting a deeper signal. And it looks to be like a compact, like a makeup thing. I'm sure that's a different language, but it's Bourjois. Bourjois maybe? I don't know. But Looks to be just like a little makeup case. I'll clean that up, see what it looks like there. But all right, a cool little relic. Let's see what else we get. See you on the next find. Just a couple minutes later, I'm back. We're just getting a coin signal. It's down pretty deep, but I just got a pretty neat little relic here. This is like a little enameled pin. The pin backing is gone there, but on the front there it says Dodge Brothers Motor Vehicles. So I have to look this up and see about how old it is. But like I said, the house was built in the 30s. The ground is really, there's lots of this coal ash in there, which I guess is typical for these older homes. They dumped their all their ashes out in the yards, you know. But all right, another cool little find. We'll take that, and we'll get this cleaned up. I'll show this to you better when I do the wrap up, and I'll see you on the next. All right, still working the backyard, pulling away from the house a little bit. Got another somewhat deeper signal, and it was got a wheat penny here. I can't see a date on there yet, but I got a wheat cent out front, and I got a wheat cent in the back here. Okay, it's pretty cool because you can actually see, there's the impression. Oh, there it goes. But the impression, here's where it was sitting right here. But, well, the yard's got potential. I already found a couple of cool little relics, so that's pretty interesting. But, all right, we're going to keep going. See you on the next. I'm not going to film every week. Anything else that's cool, but if I get any more wheats, I'll just give you a total at the end. Alright, see you on the next. Just going after another signal I thought was a penny, but it's another small compact. You can see there's a little hinge there, and I don't know, it's maybe a little makeup thing again, or a pill container. I don't know, there might be, looks like there's a little bit of design on it, I'm not sure. But alright, I'll get it cleaned up. We'll show you this later. Still going in the yard. I've only done really one pass up through here and around this side of the pool. And gonna do my next pass up by the picnic table. There's not much of the yard. It's kind of a narrow yard, so we'll see what happens. But alright, we'll see you on the next. Alright guys, I've still out in this yard. I've been made a couple of passes up through here. I found a couple more wheat pennies in here. I'm not sure what that brings me up to, but I was getting a signal right here, and it sounded just like a wheat penny. When I flipped the plug, I barely missed it, but I don't know if you can see this. Right there is the rim of a silver quarter. It's standing straight up and down. So I didn't even touch it yet. I don't know what it is, but that's a quarter. Oh, it's a Washington. Another Washington. I'm going to rub a little bit of it. 1945. So, cool. We got silver out of the yard again. So, that's the second silver quarter I found. The last time I found silver Washington, this time I found a silver Washington. So, that's pretty cool. We'll take that. But it was kind of neat. It was standing straight up and down like that. And it was only bouncing. It was only giving me like about an 82, 84 signal. And that's about where my wheat pennies are ringing up. So I guess from it standing up and down like that, it missed the, it didn't give me a better signal. But that's okay, we still dug it, we still got it, so we'll take that. Alright, I'll get this cleaned up, show it to you with the wrap up with the rest of the stuff. And I'm going to keep going, see what else we find. Alright. What's up guys? Doing the wrap up now on the last 2 or 3 hunts that I did. I did those couple of hunts. I didn't find too much at 2 of the places. I'm pretty much done with one place now, and I was on a new place today, and I'm going to do the wrap up on that stuff after I do this. So anyway, let's get started real quick. This stuff here is from a yard that I did previously. If you go back about 8 or 9 videos ago, of the videos that I put out, there's a video that's titled Coins and Relics Everywhere, and I think I put it out on April 24th, 2018. Well, this stuff is from that yard. I stopped back. I happened to see the homeowner on the porch, and I stopped in to say hello. I always like to talk with those homeowners. It's kind of how I get. Sometimes I'll get more permissions that way. They'll say, "Well, hey, I know so and so, and maybe you should try them or whatever." So, anyway, I saw the homeowner on the porch. Real nice lady. So I stopped to chit chat with her. And she asked me if I was going to do the yard again, and I says, "What the heck? I'd take the machine out." And she was out in the yard talking to me. So, anyway, this is some of the stuff that I got when I was there. This is just a piece of metal. I wasn't sure what it was. It looks like it's just a little disc that's beat up. Could be from some type of lid or something. I got one crusty zinc penny there, 3 copper pennies, and 2 dimes. One of the holes I was digging, this plastic bead came out, so I just cleaned it up and threw that in there. Also got another hem weight, and there's really no detail on this except for on both sides you'll see the number 3 right there. I don't know if it's going to pick it up or not, but there's a number 3 on it. So that was the only relic that came out of there, except for this. This is another piece of that play money. And I looked it up. An interesting little story on it. It's a play token. It's a play dime. And on the front there, where this bust is, that's Buffalo Bill. It says National Heroes, Buffalo Bill, 1846 to 1917. And on the back it says Mazuma, M-A-Z-U-M-A, Mazuma play money. Let me see if it'll pick that up. Oh, it's upside down. Sorry about that. Let's see. And then number 10 on there. Don't know if the camera's going to pick it up or if you're going to be able to read it. So anyway, I researched this, and it turns out this is from the 1930s. And it was in packs of gum. There would be like some gum in a little box, and there'd be 1 or 2 of these coins in there, and you would buy them for a penny. They were made by the American Chicle Company, American Chicle Gum Company, which later became Chiclets Gum. This is why the name might sound familiar there. And like I said, they put them out in the 1930s. I have a picture of an actual box of this stuff with some of those play tokens, and I'll throw that up after I get done with this little wrap up. I'll throw up a picture of the box that it came in. It's actually pretty neat. So anyway, so that was just from that yard. But this stuff here that I'm going to get to now, you saw some clips of that. When I was over at this yard, I didn't take any video of finding any of this stuff. The lady was right there, and I didn't really find a lot. And even though I found the hem weight, and sometimes I'll video this stuff, I didn't get a chance to take any clips. But this yard I did. This is going to be pretty much the end of that awesome yard that I had, where you'll see the White House in the background, where I just found so many different things. I was actually at the house right next door to it, which I believe this was all part of the property at one time. I think that property was all together all at once there at one time. So anyway, ended up with some cool coins and one really nice relic. I got this huge dandy button here with these designs on it. The shank is missing, but as a lot of you know, these dandy buttons are like 1700s. Gonna be late 1700s, maybe early 1800s, but it's the first big dandy button I ever found. So we could add this to bucket listers found on that property at that location. But anyway, I found 2 modern pennies, 2 zinc pennies there. But cool thing was all these wheat pennies. I found, it must have been a spill, all in one little area, probably no more than like 3 or 4 feet around. I started hitting wheat penny after wheat penny after wheat penny. And I ended up with a bunch here. The oldest one out of that group was a 1918, which is that one. And then there was a couple of more, and as far as the dates that go across the top, you have the 1918 here, then a 1935, a 39, a 1940, and a 1949, and then there's a 1951D, a 1952D, a 1953, there's two 1956s, and a 1957D. And as you can see right underneath it, you saw me dig this out on one of the clips that I did, is a 1946 silver Washington quarter. So got one more piece of silver out of there. Now that house that I was around the other day, like I said, it was part of, I'm pretty sure it was part of that property. That house is going up for tax sale, so I don't know if I'll be able to hunt that part of it anymore. So I tried to really pound on it the last two times I was there, and this is, you know, what I got. There's part of the property that the guy next door still owns. The last video or two that I did, from maybe a video or two back, there's those stone walls, stone foundations by the creek. I'm gonna go and check those out probably in the fall when it's a little cooler and maybe some of the leaves come down. I can get in there a little bit better. We had a lot of rain, and that creek that I was in there it came up pretty high. So I don't even know if you can get down on that spot right now or not. But anyway, there was a few more things that I found there. At the top, there's just some scraps of, you know, different pieces and bits of things. You got a rifle shell there, a shotgun shell. This is, I'm thinking this is the handle for an iron spoon. I'm not sure. It's got a little indent, like a little bump right there. Don't know. Could have been maybe even a can opener. I don't know. It looks like it's a handle for an iron spoon. Not entirely sure, but anyway, so there's the big dandy button again. I found a piece of a harmonica reed, and this little thing here, it says hum a tune, and it's all folded up. It's a piece of aluminum. It's kind of destroyed a little bit, but it's pretty interesting. Probably like a little musical instrument. I don't know, maybe like a harmonica type or something. Not exactly sure, but so anyway, this is like I said, the last two hunts there. I have some more stuff. I'm going to throw that picture up of the gum package where these coins, where this play money tokens come from, and I will throw that up, and I'll do the wrap up on the house that I was at today. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, back with the wrap up here. This is on the newest property that I got permission for. This was another neighbor's of mine. It pays to be friendly with the neighbors. I've gotten 3 or 4 houses around the neighborhood. They all know me. I grew up here and everything, but I go and I talk to them, and I end up with permissions to detect their house, so it's kind of cool. But anyway, this I did today. This house was it was built in 1934, and I had permission to go out, and as you can see from some of the clips, I ended up digging a lot of cool little relics and things. I did get one silver quarter out of it, so that was pretty cool. But real quick on the coins, you see there's 10 zinc pennies. This is all the modern stuff. 10 zinc pennies, 7 copper. I got 6 quarters. I hit a nice little quarter spill. There was like 3 of them in there. I got 3 nickels and 3 dimes. So that's with the clad. Now, in one of the clips, you saw me dig this. When I first saw this, my heart stopped. You can see how shiny it is. I cleaned it up. I said there was a reeded edge on it. It looks like a reeded edge right there. It's light, and I'm pretty sure this is just a stainless steel knockout for, like, you know, maybe an electrical box or something. But man, that had me fooled. Gotta hate those fakers like that. And that was a good one. It rang up. It was giving me a signal of like 93 on my Ace 400, which is right where the last silver halves that I had found, you know, that's right where they rang up on my machine. So had a good, that was a good faker there. As far as the other stuff, like you said, there is a 1945 silver quarter, and it was standing on edge, as you've seen in that clip, and it only rang up about as high as some of these wheat pennies. It was only in the, you know, the low to mid 80s, which usually these will ring up high 80s or low 90s. So anyway, glad to have found that. As far as the wheat pennies, I ended up with 9 for the day. And from the top across, the oldest one is 1929. And then as we go across, there's a 1936, a 1940, a 42D, a 40, let's see, yeah, a 1944, 45. There were 2 1947s and a 48. So that was all the coins that I dug up. Up here are those 2 compacts that you saw me with. I put in the clips there. This one fell apart when I opened it up. Kind of took a chance, but it's definitely a compact. You can see pieces of the mirror left in there, and some of the ring right there. But not sure how old that was. There's a little bit of a design on it there, and some blue paint left on it, and it had a name on there. I'm gonna turn it over and try not to lose everything. That was like some kind of French name or something. Bourjois. Didn't find anything about it, so that was that one. This one here doesn't have a name on it, but was able to open it up. There was some little bit of that makeup left in it, and I think there's, like, this is a piece of glass in here, so that's probably remnants of the little mirror that would have been in there. This piece is loose there, but it's just an old makeup compact. This here, I think, is part of a watch, pocket watch back. There's a little hinge part right there on the end where it would have folded over. It could be a watch back, could be even another ladies compact cover there too. I'm not sure, but only got a little piece of that. I had a clip of this. This was the first thing. That was the first thing that I think I dug up on the clips. It doesn't say Tootsie or anything in it. I'm not sure how old it is, or if it is a Tootsie. I couldn't see any markings in it. So there was that. Let's see, a little piece of metal. It was something at one time. Whatever it is, it says guaranteed, so that was kind of cool. Couple little pieces of scrap there. I found this piece of ceramic there. I don't know how old it is, but it was green. I picked it up and just kept it in my pouch. Found a marble when I was digging one of the targets, and I love finding marbles. I don't know why. I've always loved finding them. Even when I go out looking for arrowheads, if I find a marble, I pick them right up. There was a little buckle here. I think it might be like from a watch band or something. Another piece of a buckle. And this tag that I can't see anything written on it. I cleaned it up, so there's nothing on it, but it was some kind of a tag for something. There was an old key. Maybe not so old, but it says Yale on it. And we know that Yale is an older company, but they come up into modern times too. So excuse me, this was a religious medal, and it's probably made out of some cheaper like pot metal or something, because it's in pretty rough shape there, as you can see. Can't get anything off of it, so it's not precious or anything. But I think the coolest little things that I found, and I had clips of these, this is a little pin. Those look like two little schnauzers there in a vehicle, or three. It's like a little family of dogs, and this little thing, it came off, but it says State of New Jersey on there. And I don't know if it was a pin, like a two-piece pin or whatever. I think so. There's a pin backing right here. So I looked this up. I couldn't find anything on it. If anybody does find anything, decides to research it, let me know. But that little piece in the front says State of New Jersey. And then there was this. It says Dodge Brothers Motor Vehicles. And let me see if I can get a better, let's see, yeah, Dodge Brothers Motor Vehicles, with those stars in the middle of it. And when I looked this up, I actually found a picture of this on the internet, and it said that it was, the only thing it said, it didn't say exactly when it was made or what it was for. It had a screw backing to it, and it just said Vintage Dodge Brothers Pin 1920s. So I know it's, at least, in the 20s or early 30s, that old. So that was pretty cool. But at any rate, this was the hunt. This was the latest place, and we're all caught up to date right now on everything that I found. I'm hoping to score a few more permissions. We'll see what happens. So, I'll put another video out when I find something again, when I find a decent place to get onto. Been a little bit difficult. It's been kind of rainy here in Pennsylvania. Humidity's been back up. We had a couple of nice days, and then we're supposed to get storms now the rest of the week. So I don't know how much I'm going to get out yet, but we'll play it by ear and play with the weather. So, all right, guys. Thanks so much again for watching. I really appreciate you sticking around, checking it out. If you have any questions or comments on any of this stuff, please leave them below. I try to get back to everybody as soon as I see them. And until next time, thanks again, and happy hunting everybody that's doing this. Good luck out there. Take care.